What is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we are talking about the fight between Paul Felder and Rafael Dos Anjos. Felder saves the main event, steps in on short notice for Islam Makhachev. He now takes on Rafael Dos Anjos in, I believe, a competitive matchup, an exciting matchup. I think Paul Felder could do well here, but Rafael Dos Anjos is very versatile. He's a guy that can strike well and honestly very good defense. Versus Paul Felder, who we know what we're going to get. He's an aggressive striker with a whole lot of striking skills, very dynamic on the feet. But compared to Rafael Dos Anjos, I'm not going to say that Paul Felder doesn't have grappling. He's a good grappler. We saw him beat the hell out of Charles Oliveira with ground and pound in that fight. Before Dos Anjos, I think he's on another level. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, a guy with a lot of top pressure. I mean, he was able to take down Kevin Lee and submit Kevin Lee, who is a solid wrestler. I mean, a guy that has good wrestling skills, a wrestling background. Now, Paul Felder, he has wrestled as well, but probably not to as high of a level as a guy like Kevin Lee. And in this matchup with Rafael Dos Anjos, now, I don't think that there's a 0% chance that Paul wins. Paul has a shot. But honestly, Rafael Dos Anjos, you have a southpaw, of a guy who, on the feet, as I mentioned, he can strike, a Thai-style striker with very heavy kicks, knockout power. With Paul Felder, though, you have a dangerous kickboxer, a very versatile attack. I would say he's dynamic on the feet, as I just mentioned. He can kind of do it all as far as striking goes. He can work well in the clinch. I know Rafael Dos Anjos likes some clinch work as well. We can maybe get a nasty clinch fight. I feel like Paul Felder, in the first two rounds, is going to be his most dangerous. If he could potentially land some big strikes and maybe knock Dos Anjos out, that would be what's most optimal. But I believe after the second round, going into the third, Rafael Dos Anjos will begin to take over. I think his pressure is going to overwhelm Paul Felder, especially against the cage. I do believe we're going to see Rafael Dos Anjos land some takedowns in this matchup and potentially even shoot for some submissions. I don't know about him actually tapping Paul Felder out. I'm going to give Felder the due respect that he will not get tapped. I think we're going to see a 5-round battle. I think we're going to see probably 2 very competitive rounds and then 3 rounds really leaning towards RDA. I think we're going to probably see maybe a 48-47 decision, and we're going to see Rafael Dos Anjos beat Paul Felder here. I would love to see Paul Felder pull off a crazy upset. I'm taking this fight on such short notice. But realistically, I think Rafael Dos Anjos is going to win this matchup, especially dropping back down to lightweight. He's been able to do fairly well in the welterweight division, but is undersized, I would say, for welterweight, whereas at 155 pounds, Rafael Dos Anjos is the perfect size. And I think he has all the skills in the world, to be a top 6, top 7 lightweight still right now, even at 36 years of age. Paul Felder is ranked number 6. This is going to be a serious test. I am picking Rafael Dos Anjos. I think he wins this fight. I think he does so by a unanimous decision. I think there's a small chance we do see Paul Felder win, and I would be ecstatic for him. He's the Philly fighter. It would be like a Rocky story. I really like Paul Felder, but I am riding with Dos Anjos. Now, betting odds, as far as they go, Rafael Dos Anjos is the -190 favorite. Paul Felder, the +165 underdog. As far as best sites to throw money down, Felder's a +169 dog over at Sports Bet. For Rafael Dos Anjos, he's a -175 favorite at Sports Int. As far as prop bet goes, I'm going to say I don't love too many of them. The one for over 4.5 rounds is a -180, so it's kind of expected to go the distance. Under 4.5 rounds, you're getting a +155. I don't like that one. For Paul Felder to win inside the distance would be a +470. I don't love the odds of that. For Rafael Dos Anjos to win a decision, it's a +165 over at BetOnline. That's the one I like the most. A Rafael Dos Anjos decision win. But that would be risky because Paul Felder could definitely land something. Personally, I'd rather pick the winner in this matchup, and I think that is going to be Rafael Dos Anjos. But if you feel the need to throw a prop bet in there and you're looking to bet on Rafael Dos Anjos, you can bet on him to win a decision. If you think Paul Felder is going to pull it off, though, I will give you Paul Felder to win by a knockout. Let's see if they have that available, because I don't know if all the prop bets are here just yet. All right, as of right now, Paul Felder to win by a knockout on BetOnline is sitting at a +600. That's probably one of the prop bets you could do. I don't love it. As I said, I'm picking Rafael Dos Anjos, but if you are looking to bet on Paul Felder and want to throw a prop bet down, but that is my prediction. Rafael Dos Anjos, unanimous decision over Paul Felder. I think it's going to be an excellent fight. I cannot wait to see it. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and I'll see you all in the next video.